Hello, John Dilworth here. We are going to do some lips, howling lips, and we've met. So, well, there's a position that goes into this. That's 8. This is 8. This is 9. So, arr, arr, arr. So what I was thinking is da, 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 da. Maybe I'm going to do 5 drawings. See, this is the cage. I have to always be careful of that cage. We'll always have this as a guide, a registration. And it's this cage that we have to match to. So that's what that is. That matches to the top of that cage. So it's very clear for the inker, for Nina. So there's no confusion. So I'm thinking of doing 5 drawings. Right? And that way I could extend the howl. It's a cheat. I know, I'm not doing full-on Richard Williams here. But it's a cheat to get me here, through all this to here. And again, I'm thinking about the tempo too. So it's like 8, 8, 8. So it's 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow! Ow! See, it goes so fast. But it will carry over for what we need. And that's that. And we can focus on Jim after this. All right, so let's get to it. It's very exciting. It's early. And early in the morning instead of the late night shift. So if we could squeeze an hour, well, I'm lucky if I get an hour a day. So what I want to do, since we have one drawing already, I want to open this up. See, one thing though I want to keep in mind is that there's going to be a center vortex. It's going that way. You may not see it because of the blue pencil. And I want to open her mouth. So that's the open mouth. And then it's that. Oh, you know what? You know, sometimes it's easier we just do a guide. But I think I can do this. So that's 1, 2. And then we need, maybe I will do a guide. Let's do a guide. So we know. So, ooh. So, ooh. Let's have this part. Ooh. And we want it funny, right? We want it funny. Ooh. Ooh. And this is since we know those are the landmarks here, those will always stay the same. That anchors our drawings. So the only thing we really have to worry about is the spacing and the form. So it keeps a consistent, compact. It's compact. Woo! So you can see it a little bit, it's happening. And then this mouth here. Let me see. So this mouth has got to be... Don't worry about these crazy sounds. You have to... I mean, with drawing, cartooning, I'm sure when I was cartooning I would make these sounds. But as we're animating, it gives us a kind of force. Right? You know how it is. And it always feels better. You know, that's when you know you're on the right. You're doing it right. And you got the sound effects already happening in your head. And then later, when it's time to score, to make your picture, your sound effects, it all comes back to you. It just somehow gets stored somewhere wherever sound effects in your brain are stored. And by now our scientists, our evil scientists, know where that is. So be careful, protect your sound effects. Okay, so there's 1, 2, and 3, right? So we need in-betweens. Now, I don't know, I may not give that to Anthony because I want to make sure I've got control over it. So I'm just going to do this other guide. I should really do it in another pencil, but the fact remains that I only have this one red pencil. I don't want to spend it, so I'm just going to have to, and so there's going to be a nice, I'm going to give this a little path. This could go straight, but this is a nice, so guide there, so we know that's there. You see how sweet that comes out? Oops, I just saw a butterfly. What's it doing all the way up here? So high in the sky. So high in the sky. Well, I want to thank a couple of very sweet patrons, Patrick, and from the UK, Richard. We have some supporters, and I want to thank you for that. And of course, Kevin continues to be a champion of HOWL. Okay, so here we go. I want to just make this little bit here, and we know it goes there. And that is 1, 2, and it's so seriously easy. The next, I mean, putting these together like that, it just goes like this. So this could be the really quite easy part of our animation. And then the trick is that putting in the timing. Because we only have so few drawings, you'll be surprised if we expose these on 4s, how effective they could be. And then, that's if you will want one long, but we only have, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could do it. You could 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end, we could drop back. We'll have to test it. We'll have to give it to Anthony. I get all excited by that, by the way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be our 5th, right here in between. So I could probably hit that really easy as a in between. So let's do that. So what I want to do always when matching is not take it off a drawing, but go to the source. Always, so we can have a consistent, I'm sorry I'm not giving you anything to look at. Here it is. I was just looking for this. Go to the match source. This will always benefit you. Okay, we are ready to do some interesting cleanup now. I have this thing in my head. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And right now I'm using a very, very tight, it's a B. It's a B. And the reason why I'm using a B right now is the lead won't, it's not too soft, the lead won't smear. It's not super fast. My Tombos, Black Wings, those are awesome. And I had, what do I have? I have some, yeah, these babies. These are awesome. And these are Bs too, also. But it's super fast. Now these are very hard, these ones. So I use them for tiny work, close up. Especially with these scenes where there's a lot going on. We have 3 characters. And you see the size I'm animating on. I mean, Don't tell anybody. So, oh my. I haven't been diligent about following up on a lot of their emails. Thank you so much. I mean, we're getting so many. I can only answer a few. They have to be really, of a certain. But I love hearing from all of you. Thank you. And still, after all these years, we're getting some attention for Dirty Birdie. I have a collector, several actually, are interested in Dirty Birdie cells in artwork. I kind of put that aside for now. Look at that. So that's that, right? And then we will test that. But I want to get to these kids. Did I put my match line in? No. You know why? Because I am going to do it at the end. I'll just do that at the end as one process. One process. But let's do this together, and then we will call it a day. Actually, no, I just have to go and do writing now. We always, as animators, artists, we always have to try to hustle up work. That's how it is. That's the life we chose. And it's not going to be for the faint of heart. And nowadays, what is going on? The world isn't ours anymore. Apparently, it incrementally is turning into something else. And we got to be on top of it so we can continue doing the thing that we love, art, animation. Art and animation. And laughing at the stupidity of animation, if we're into that. Of course, there's lots of different expressions of animation. And I've tried them all. I mean, look at Life in Transition. Look at Lily Laney. Sergeant Becker. And then this last lyrical thing. I still don't understand why I did that film. I just still don't. And we're putting together a DVD of the director's cut with director's commentary, which is going to be awesome. And we have that ready for collectors. Okay, so let's just see what we have here. And we're just one drawing away to finishing this up, and then we'll look at the exposing. So, I see that this little kid is not going to mark it. I'm going to make an adjustment there. You probably saw that also. So what I will do is I will put the drawing that preceded it down, and I will see, I will adjust. And this is also something that we develop over time, a judicial eye to, well, it's criticism. It really is. It's criticism of your own work. Okay, so one other little thing here. I want to fatten this little thing up. And this is absolutely normal. You start off with guide drawings, your keys, right? And if we're lucky, we get to adjust based on the other supporting drawings, because they're all one motion, right? That totally makes sense. They're all connected. You can't just take one drawing and say this is the action, right? They all have to follow a kind of logic. Woo, see how now it's much better. It didn't pause. Woo, oh. So I was thinking, woo, oh. Wait a minute, let me see. Well, I got to finish the rest of it. Let me just do that. These videos are getting so much, it's getting so long now. I got to sort of cut down because we can go on all afternoon. Okay, so this is going to be a little tricky because, so what do we do? Arcs. Like that. There's our paths. And here's the path of this thing. And this is halfway, right? And so let's feel it out. I know this is unfair. The blue pencil is not the same as the red. I'm seeing it. I'm letting the drawings tell me something. We're being open to speaking to drawings. The secret language of drawings. Right? It's just... Oh! I just bring it down a little bit here. But I could finesse that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What are you going to do? This is possible because of this very hard lead. And I don't press hard. I don't press down hard. I just let the lead take care of it. But this is all part of the consciousness of our bodies and the material that we're communicating to. Increase, that's all it is. If you really think about it, it isn't like some automatic function. We are doing it. And it just really depends on the level of consciousness. Woohoo, consciousness. Johnny the Buddhist. Okay, so we have it. Okay, so that's great. Let's do the next stage, which is her, whatever these things are. Her fleshy flesh part. I won't do the match lines right now. I won't. I'm going to do only this fleshy part. Okay, so it's easy. Here's the landmark. We're almost there. And then we know it's there. So we can just go like this. All right, that's done. So then we have, you know what's even better? Go backwards, go to the last position. And we know it's there. And let's see if we can do this. I admire these artists that could ink on a computer really well like this. But when I ink on the computer, oopsies, you see that didn't work out so well. And what I will do is remove it. And I can't really spin my disc around because the way I have my camera, I would cause an earthquake. So I'll just take it off the pegs. But inking this on the computer, I would have to blow it all the way up. But look, I can see the whole drawing. And I'm just guiding my hand. And the hand guiding the lead. Okay, there we go. So that takes care of that. Woo! Then comes the hard part. This. So it's a matter of just connecting now. And again, I'm like just feathering. Yeah, just feathering the pencil. And voila! In fact, I may even have Anthony match this so I can concentrate on the timing with you. And that's the vital thing. Okay, so what do we got? Wait, I like you seeing things. Okay, so what number is this creature? We have to figure that out. All right, so let me just put this here. Let me Let me just entertain you. And it's A, right? No, this is going to be a B. These drawings are B's. So let's see where our last B was. That looks like it was 16. Is there anything more? No, 16. So B, 17. All right, let me just make this. Let me make these numbers here. B, 17. You probably cannot see this because it's, oh, no, that's not B. This is B, 17. It's outside our frame. Oh, this is 18. Okay, hold on. And this is B19. And this is B20. And B21. Woo! So let's try to rehearse this, because then we're going to put it on the sheets, and this is going to be tough stuff. So I just want to do one thing here. This may be too glary. Jane has to go to 9. So 5, this is 6, and this is 7. And then we're going to drop, oh, I got to do all this stuff here. Oi, 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 oi. And so these are reuse from scene 42. And this is A1 from scene 42, and B4, and C1. And then we can get dot, dot, and then on top of that is E21, which is an overlay. Okay, so we got that out of the way. So we go what? 6, 7, 8, and so this is 6, 7, 8, and 9. Right on the beat. Awesomeness. Awesomeness. And of course, oh, and the 5 gets an X. That's the tail. So we don't need that right now. And that's an X. And then we'll pick it up again with her lips here, which is B. What was that? Well, you're looking at it, Dilworth. 17. So here we go. We're starting here. So we could count the beats, right? So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pop. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, almost. So this will probably be a hold. We'll probably have the last. Ah! That has to be the authorities. We'll have to pick this up another time. Until then, stay animated.